Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm ThandiwekaYah and I have a prophetic word to share with you today. But before I get into the prophetic word, I just want to say something. I just want to put a disclaimer on my videos and what I do here. So it's very important to understand that I come here and share prophetic words based on the dreams that the Lord gives me and the interpretation that He gives me. So I'm never going to add to it my own understanding and what I think is right and what I think God should have put into the message. I'm not going to do that. So if I don't say anything that you think is important, it means God didn't give me that to say and to put into that word. I don't mind people saying to me, you know, God has been speaking to me and you know, He spoke to me about the same thing and this is what He said, and you know, there might be extra things that I didn't get. That is perfectly fine. I don't mind that. What I do mind is when someone says, yeah, well, you left out a whole list of things, and I'm like, no, I didn't leave it out. God just didn't tell me to speak about that. So that's the first thing, okay? The second thing is if God has said something to you, spoken to you prophetically and given you a particular prophetic message, and it's not the same as what I'm saying here, then follow what God has told you. Do what God told you to do, because not every prophetic word is for you. And even if I mention a group of people that the prophetic word is for, still take it to the Lord and ask Him if it's for you, because it might still not be for you, even though you may fall under that category. That's why I always say, please take every word that you hear to the Lord, commit it to Him in prayer, spend time with Him. The point of prophetic words is for you to spend time with the Lord, is for you to go to Him and speak to Him and understand what He's saying to you. If I put a video up that says it's time to get going and God said to you, no, you must rest, then do what God told you to do. But at the same time, in doing what God told you to do and sticking to your process, don't come here and kind of, what's the word I'm looking for, and kind of attack what I'm saying, because I'm also hearing from the Lord through the interpretations that He gives me. And if it's not what He told you, then it's okay, leave it. You really don't have to say, this is not what God is telling me, now I'm confused. Don't be confused. The spirit of confusion comes from the devil. It comes from the kingdom of darkness. If you don't know, if you're not sure, take it to the Lord. Not every prophetic word is for you, even if I give a general idea of what grouping of people it is. Still take it to the Lord and ask Him to make it clear if the word pertains to you or not. Okay, I hope people understand that, and I'm not going to get questions about, but this is what God said and you're saying a different thing, I'm confused. Don't be confused. Do what God is telling you to do. Just stick to what God is telling you to do. Okay, now that I have cleared that up, and guys, please, it's not in any way to offend anyone or to chastise anyone. It's just to help you. I notice that sometimes people can get so worked up, so frantic about these things, and really God is a very simple God. He's straightforward. He doesn't create confusion. So just hear what God is saying to you and stick to what He's saying to you. If the word that anybody here on YouTube puts up contradicts what He said to you, then leave it. Do what God is telling you to do. Do what God is telling you to do and follow what He's telling you to follow. Okay, now without further ado, let's get into the prophetic word that I have for you today. I'd like to start off by reading from Daniel chapter 6 verse 1 to 3, and I'll read from the New King James Version. And it reads as follows. It pleased Darius to set over the kingdom 120 high officers, to be over the whole kingdom, and over these 3 governors, of whom Daniel was one, that the high officers might give account to them, so that the king would suffer no loss. Then this Daniel distinguished himself above the governors and high officers, because an excellent spirit was in him, and the king gave thought to setting him over the whole realm. Wow, so this word is based on a dream that I had on the 27th of October. And God is basically giving you direction about your calling and your purpose in this time. I just want to say again, please take this word to the Lord and ask Him if it applies to you. If it doesn't apply to you, it's okay. Something else applies to you. But here I'm speaking specifically to people that have been pursuing God, have been through a refinement process, like I often say, and who are at the verge of just walking into their calling, or already there, but just need direction. We always need direction from the Lord, and He's saying that He is, in this time, He's giving clear direction with regards to your calling and your purpose. So seek Him in prayer. You need to be clear about where He's taking you, about that about the direction He's leading you in, and be ready for what He's about to do in your life. And how do we get clear? How do we come to know exactly where God is calling us? Press into Him, spend time with Him, quiet time with Him. If you have to keep going back and getting that clarification, read the Word. That is so important. Reading the Scriptures, understanding what God is saying to you through the Scriptures. Fasting as well. If you have been asking and you're not really clear, you're not sure, fast and really just lay yourself before the Lord and say, Lord, help me to understand and make it clear, and relax. That is very, very important. Relax, just be, and let Him minister to you. Let Him speak to you. Let His Spirit overflow and give you the message that you need to hear. Relax and just let God speak. God says that He is placing people in your life, randomly placing people in your life who have the resources, who have the channels, who have the networks that you need in order to be successful, in order to be great, in order for you to be catapulted into your calling, into the great calling that you have on your life. God is saying, be very cognizant and aware of this. Don't take it lightly. These people that He's placing in your life are watching you. They are trying to understand, are you professional enough? Are you good at what you do? Do you care about your talent and your skill? Do you have an excellent spirit? Are you going to do the things that you are supposed to do in order to be successful, with them backing you, with the resources that they have for you? These people are watching you. They're scouting. They're trying to see if they can work with you. God is saying, be prepared. Equip yourself. Teach yourself the skills that you need in order to be successful in where He's calling you to go. Make sure that you are ready when these people are placed in your life and they're checking you out. You don't know who they are, but you know that they're there because God is telling you that He's doing that now. Don't shrink back. Don't hide amongst the crowd. Take center stage. It's time for you to take center stage, to be seen and to be heard. Because what God was showing me in the dream, I'll just give you one snippet of what I saw in the dream, is these talent scouts were in this auditorium type of place, and they were not sitting in the front the way judges would sit. They were sitting amongst the audience the way talent scouts would sit. And there were just certain people that would showcase their talent while they were sitting in the audience. And that was not right. God was showing me that isn't what He wants. He's saying you need to be in the right place, and that's in the front, on the stage, in the center, and showcasing your talent, showcasing who you are, so that they can see you, so they can take you seriously. Also, I just remembered that these people that were performing while they were sitting in the audience were like reading their scripts, like, oh, I'm not sure of my lines, or I'm not sure of what to say. And in that, God said, these people are not prepared. And He's saying to His children, be prepared. Know your stuff. Be excellent. Have an excellent spirit. Ask God for an excellent spirit and operate in a spirit of excellence, guys, and get onto that stage. Be at the center of the stage and showcase your talent without a script, because you know what you're talking about, you know who you are, you know what you're showcasing for the world to see. And then for some of you, God is saying that He sees that you are prepared, that you have worked on your skill, that you have really run with what He's called you to do. And He's saying, focus, remain focused. Don't be distracted by the people who are not prepared, who are stumbling and reading their scripts. Just focus on what you have to do. Focus on your moment that is coming up, that you will get to be on that stage, that you will get to showcase yourself. Focus on that and learn from what you're seeing around you. God is giving those of you who are prepared a chance to kind of sit back and learn from the failings of others, to learn from the people that are not prepared and say, okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be prepared. I'm going to be ready. I'm going to go and stand on the stage and I'm going to showcase who I am from center stage, where I can be seen, where no one else can be seen but me. I'm going to set myself apart. God has already set you apart. Now you have to live that out. God has set you apart and you have to live that out. Don't shrink back, but step out boldly, confidently, knowing who you are, and knowing who He is, because that is so important. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are perfect. God has prepared you for this time, and it is time for you to take center stage. It is your time to shine, and God is giving you this opportunity. It's very important to understand, for those who are prepared, who are on top of their game, like I mentioned earlier, that you have the opportunity to learn from other people's failings. God also said to me in that, is that don't ever get to a point where you're so arrogant, where you're so full of yourself that you don't want to learn. I don't need to learn anything from anyone. I'm on top of my game. I'm at the top of my game. God is saying, always remain humble, always remain teachable. Learn. There's always opportunity to learn. So be observant, be discerning, apply wisdom, and go and get what God is giving you. Go and be on that stage and take your moment in the limelight. And also, again, for those who are prepared, who are ready, God is saying, don't be too hasty as well to be seen and to be heard. Focus on your talent, focus on your craft. The time will come where God will say, get onto the stage now. Because now you're learning from other people. You're watching and you're saying, okay, all right, don't do that. Learn what you need to learn, understand. And so as much as this is the time for you to shine and for you to be on the stage, be prepared. Prepare yourself. That's basically what I'm trying to say here, is prepare yourself. God was showing me that you don't have to be too hasty to get on that stage and then you're unprepared. Be prepared. Go there with confidence. Go there knowing that you are about to kill it and showcase yourself the way that you should, in a spirit of humility and love and excellence. Guys, it's such an exciting time, and God is saying that there are great opportunities ahead for you. He's preparing such amazing opportunities for you. That's why He's saying, be prepared. Come with a spirit of excellence. Just know your craft, know what you're about, know who you are, and just walk into these awesome opportunities and the doors that He's opening for you at this time. I have some scriptures that I'd like to read. The first one is Jeremiah 33 verse 3, and I'm going to read from the New King James Version as well. This one I read in the very early hours of the morning. I opened my Bible app and this was the verse of the day, and it was just like bam in my face. It just hit me in my heart, in my soul. I don't know what I was feeling, but I felt some things. And this is what it says. It says, call to me and I will answer you and show you great and mighty things which you do not know. Guys, this is an invitation from the Lord. He's saying, I've got all these things ready for you. I'm putting them in place for you. Call to me. I will answer you. Seek me while I may be found. and I will show you great and mighty things. Focus, be prepared, learn from other people's failings. That's the best way to learn. Well, one of the best ways to learn. You also learn from making mistakes. Absolutely a wonderful way to learn. But in this season, God is saying, learn from other people's mistakes and be prepared, be ready, because He's got great and wonderful things for you. The other scripture is Colossians 4 verse 2, and I'll read from the New Living Translation. And it reads as follows: devote yourselves to prayer with an alert mind and a thankful heart. Very, very important. The Bible says pray without ceasing. That doesn't mean you're constantly on your knees trying to get away from everybody because you need to pray. God is saying, be in communication with me. This is a relationship. This is me and you walking together. And in maintaining that kind of relationship with the Lord, He's able to give you warnings and give you direction so that you know you're alert now because you're walking with the Lord. He's giving you discernment. He's giving you wisdom. He's showing you the way. And God is saying, be thankful as well. Thanksgiving is so important, guys, especially when a word resonates with you and you know that the word is for you. Just start giving thanks and praise to the Lord. The time for begging and pleading with the Lord is gone. That was in the wilderness. Now it's time for you to just receive, to rejoice, to be glad, to sing songs of joy, and to shout shouts of gladness and praise, and thank God for what He's doing in your life, for the doors of opportunity that He's opening, for just the people He's placing in your life who have the resources that you need, and for just for life. Just for His love, just for His mercy and grace that He has allowed us to be here, allowed us to experience this, allowed us to receive all the great things that He has for us, despite the fact that we are so flawed and that we all fall short of His glory. It warms my heart. It blesses me so much to know that God still wants to bless us despite our flaws. So friends, let's give God the glory in this time. Let's be thankful and let's be expectant and let's be prepared and let's focus. Let's equip ourselves. So friends, that's the word that I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Guys, I'm so sorry about the emails. I haven't had a chance to actually sit down and read emails in the past few days. I have been very, very busy. I never want to rush through emails and just use the little time that I have to go through emails. I do genuinely want to pray for you and really pray into your situation. So it is going to take a little bit longer than normal, but just know that I have seen the emails there and I see that they are coming in, and I'm going to make time this week to just get to some of the emails. I'm not going to get through all of them because there are so many, and I don't want to make it a rush process just for the sake of responding. Other than that, guys, remember that you serve a good Father and that you are so special to Him.